video. Today's subject of the video is a gender prediction test. I've been asked by channel Mum to see if there are any of the prediction tests that you read on the internet, put them to the test and we will see if they come true. I am 39 weeks and 6 days as we film this video, so I'm actually due tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see. I will do some prediction tests today and then hopefully baby's arrival is obviously imminent, and we can then put them to the test as to whether they were right. So the first test that we're going to try is the urine and bicarbonate soda test. Now supposedly if you place bicarbonate soda into urine, your urine will either fizz up like a fizzy drink or it will be flat. If it is flat, then it is a girl. If it is a boy, then it fizzes up. So we'll put this to the test. So if you take some bicarbonate of soda and we have a teaspoon, if we drop that in there, I think it's safe to say that that is as flat as a pancake. So that would suggest a girl. The next test is the nub theory. Now supposedly every child has what is called a nub in its scan photo. It's just dependent on how clear your photo is as to whether you can see the nub. This can be seen in the 12-week scan, so it's the earliest predictor test that you can do. And way ahead of your 20-week gender reveal scan if you choose to have and decide what you're going to have. There supposedly is a nub in between the legs of each baby, and depending on which angle it is pointing then suggests as to whether it's a girl or a boy. If it's pointing greater than 30 degrees, that is a boy. If it is horizontal to the spine, then that is a girl, and they are the beginnings of your baby's genitalia, essentially. So in my hand is baby Jones's 12-week scan. Now I have to admit it took me quite a while to even find where the nub was on this photo, but if I can zoom in, the nub on this photo is this little thing here. Now, on many of the other photos that I've seen online, this is far more pronounced than on ours, so ours isn't the greatest example to go to. However, you will see that it is less than 30% at degree angle in comparison to the spine. It's not pointing up, it is pretty much pointing out. So this would suggest that we're having a girl. The next theory that we will put to the test are cravings. Now I have had a number of different cravings throughout my pregnancy. Right at the beginning it was cheese, which doesn't sound that odd to most people. However, for someone who doesn't like cheese, that was really peculiar. I've also been into chocolate. Normally I prefer crisps over chocolate, but I have been craving chocolate and I've had it pretty much every day of my pregnancy, which is pretty unheard of for me. In particular, I have craved Maltesers. They have been a favourite of mine, whereas before the only chocolate I ever would have touched was Cadbury's, whereas now I'd reach for these. And in the latter stages of my pregnancy, I've also enjoyed anything that is orange. So whether that is Jaffa cakes, orange juice, orange flavoured things, I've also enjoyed those. So going on the craving theory, which is savoury, you crave a boy, sweet, you crave a boy, savoury, you're having a boy, sweet, you're having a girl. So if we go by cheese, then we would say that I would be predicted to be having a boy. But if you then go by the chocolate and the Maltesers, it would then say that I was having a girl. So I think we can safely say that one is fairly inconclusive. Another test that you can do is how you are carrying. They say that if you are carrying high, then you are expecting a girl, whereas if you are carrying low, then you are expecting a boy. Now, bearing in mind, I'm obviously now nearly, well, I'm due tomorrow, so So the baby has dropped significantly. However, a shot of my bump would be this, which it has dropped lower, but originally I was carrying quite high. So that would suggest a girl. Another age-old wives' tale is about the ring predictor test. Now, my hands are all swollen, so I haven't actually been able to wear any of my wedding or engagement rings for a good 2 months now. But I have tied my wedding ring onto a piece of string, and depending on how it swings, is supposedly meant to predict what baby you are having. So if it goes round and round in circles, then it is said that you are having a girl, whereas if it goes backwards and forwards, it is suggested that you are having a boy. And the final test is the ring test. And I would say that is going backwards and forwards. So that would suggest a boy. And the final test is a psychic banana test. Now, as shown on This Morning with Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, they actually used this test to predict the recent gender of Kate and Will's baby that was born on Tuesday. They did ask the banana a question. So you ask it a question of, am I having a girl? Am I having a boy? If you cut off the end, and if there is a dot in there, then that is no. And if there is a Y, then the answer is yes. So they did actually do this test live on air, and they asked it, is Kate having a boy? And there was a Y when they cut the banana, and sure enough, she then gave birth to baby Louis. So we will also put this one to the test. Banana, am I having a girl? No, it says that I'm having a boy. So the scores on the doors are in, and I'll put those up here. All in all, they were a bit mixed. There doesn't seem to be a conclusive answer, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to tell you which ones were right. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll add that on to the end of this video. Hello, so excuse the state of me, I have just scraped my hair back after a shower, because you have to do things a bit differently when you have a newborn. So this is baby Tamsin. I admit she's now 4 weeks old, or 4 weeks and a day, but unfortunately, as I'm finding, things are a little difficult in terms of filming videos when you have this one around, purely because she likes to be on me constantly, or cluster feeding in some way, shape or form. So Tamsin is a girl. She was 7 pounds, and she was born on the 14th of May. So about 3 weeks after I actually filmed that video, because she was born at 42 plus 2. So all in all, I think some of the tests actually got it right in terms of the urine test, the kind of what my cravings were, and the nub theory was right, which was interestingly enough, because supposedly that is the most accurate kind of gender prediction test. Some of, like the ring test, were not so correct. But yeah, so perhaps give the urine test and the nub theory in particular a go with your scans if you're expecting, and you too may be able to predict your gender. So from me and Tamsin, that's it for now, and so we're going to sign out. Bye.